I'd like to talk today a little about how to help someone that's going through cancer, and if you're going through cancer, what you might expect other people to do, and just for things to be a little bit smoother and nicer. Okay, so first of all, my cancer's terminal, and for different people, it's going to be different. So this is what worked for me, and this is what didn't work for me. The first thing that happened when I mentioned that I had cancer, I told my mum and my dad first, and then I made it public on Facebook because we had to do a fundraiser, a GoFundMe, so that I could pay for my treatments and stuff. So my parents knew first, and I just made sure that I told all the important people first, and then I put it on Facebook, because I don't live in a country where, Japan, healthcare is good, but it's not free. And so I had to raise money, and so I made the announcement, and first thing that happened was everybody sent me, I don't know how many links, but there were probably over 100 links of resources that I couldn't get through, because in my brain, everything, like I found out less than a month ago that I found out, okay, let me get the timeline straight. I found out about just over a month ago that I have cancer. I found out less than a week before that I was admitted into the hospital that I had terminal cancer, and it was stage 3C1R, and what type of very, very rare cancer it was. So everything, it was just being bombarded with all of this stuff. And then with people sending me resources, just stuff to read, there was hundreds and hundreds of links that people were sending me that I just couldn't keep reading. I couldn't. And anyway, I have some of the best doctors on my case, so that wasn't something that I really needed at the time. Another thing, that was the one thing that I wished more people avoided. It depends on how bad the cancer is, and how on the individual person. What I got a lot of was people automatically, because I'm such a strong person and I have a strong will and I've survived through so much. Everyone was like, "You're going to get through this." I hadn't made it public that I'm terminal yet, and everyone was saying, "You're going to get through this, you're going to be fine." And it just kept on chipping away at my self-esteem a little bit, because I knew that I don't have it, and I knew that I'm not going to be fine, and I just felt like I was letting everyone down. And I do understand that everyone that was saying this was coming out of love. It was a place of love, and they're saying it from, they believe in me, and that also, it means so much. So there's no complaints about anything that people were doing, because what everyone was doing, it was out of a place of love and support. It didn't fit my situation. There are situations where people can go through cancer and have a much lighter treatment plan and get through it and go straight into remission, and they've got it, that really, I think it would work for them. But for so many people to tell me, "You've got this, and you can do it," when I couldn't, that was something that actually did break me a little bit. A lot of people, while I'm in hospital, they're trying to give me space. In hospital, I have so much time on my hands, and I'm trying to set up an LLC type thing, LLC type business, where I'm for social media and merchandise, so that I can support my sanctuary after I've passed away. And I'm also still running my sanctuary from afar, so every time we've run out of something, I make sure we've got carrots, and we've got this delivery happening and that delivery happening, we've got these people coming and that people, and I'm running the sanctuary from this hospital bed right here. And at the same time, I'm doing so much going through the treatment plan, I get called down to radiation, and I've got to go to radiation, and then I've got to get the chemo in, and I've got to do this and that, and my days are so busy at the moment. But I still enjoy having people come, and there are some people that just want to give me space at the moment. They don't want to bombard me, and of course there are people that I don't want to see. So you can ask, are you up for a visitor today? And if your friend with cancer says no, just leave it at that. But because we can play this card where we can say, I don't feel well enough today. So just check with your friend if they're up for a visitor and if they'd like to see you. Because in my case, a lot of the times I would love for someone to come and spend an hour or two with me, and it doesn't have to be awkward. You don't have to talk about cancer. You don't have to talk about anything. Some people, they want to talk about what they're going through and stuff like that. But what I'm really enjoying right now is connecting with old friends. So many old friends have come to hang out with me, and we just talk about old memories, and we laugh, and I forget that I have cancer for a minute. And that is what's really getting me through my days at the moment, is just not thinking about it for a while and escaping and having fun and smiling and laughing and reminiscing. And this is what you can do if you're longtime friends with someone. It doesn't have to be awkward. Just, oh, you remember that time that this happened and that happened? Oh my God, it was so much fun. That kind of stuff. That's the stuff that helps. The other thing is practical help. There's a lot of things that you can do. Hospital food sometimes, especially the hospital food here, it really sucked. So I've got people bringing me strawberries. Everyone, I think, has different taste buds. Chemo does mess with your taste. I used to love chocolate, but I can't eat chocolate anymore. So bringing like something that they want. Ask them what they can eat, but don't ask them a week in advance, because in a week's time my taste buds are going to change again, and I might throw up if I even look at a strawberry. But right now, strawberries are something that I can take down. So I ask for strawberries when people come and visit, and just ask, what can I bring you? And it could be something as simple as strawberries or some headwear to keep my head warm. It could be a soft t-shirt, because radiation makes my skin like break out a little bit. And there's just practical stuff that you can help with. And those are the things that I would suggest doing if someone has cancer. Just the things to avoid. Don't give medical advice, because we are doing everything that the doctors say. And I've had people say, don't do chemo, do this instead. And I'm already in the hospital having chemo. And I'm just like, I don't know what to say. So there's that. Well, don't give medical advice. Don't bombard someone. Don't force yourself. Don't force visits. I know that you want to spend time with them and stuff, but just shoot them a message. Texts, we can read texts in our hospital beds. Just say, you up for a visit? And if not, you can chat for a while, or you can just leave them. And that's the things that you should avoid, is just bombarding and giving medical advice and all of that stuff. The stuff that you do want to do is a little bit of practical help. And the other thing is just reminisce and make us laugh. I'm a very positive person, and I spend most of my days around the ward making people laugh and cracking jokes. Even, it doesn't matter how sick I am going to be cracking jokes and making people laugh, just because I don't want to be surrounded by miserable people. And it is really easy to get miserable in a hospital. So just bring some good energy, and that's how you can help someone with cancer. And I hope this helps. be kind and make good decisions, and always stay positive.